Put a few maxi posts, especially in this pen, every second one. You want to sort of be giving them a little bit extra for that too. Push them up. Back them. Double gates are going to be nice. Been doing a bit of fencing, as you can see. I've got another one to put here. Two 10-foot gates we're going to put there instead of one 14-foot, I think it was. Should be a lot nicer. Maggie, Carly, sit. Wait. Good girl. No. Sit. Wait. Here, Max. Come here. Well, good morning, everyone. What's going on today? Another glorious day. You can see there's some pretty, hang on. You can see there's some pretty wicked clouds forming over there. It's been sort of 28 degrees yesterday and windy and terrible couple of days, and then today's sort of top of 20, and then tomorrow's back down to 17, I think, and a chance of a frost. So yeah, I'd say there'll be a cool change coming this afternoon. Hey Carly, here you're back. Yeah, these are actually the AI lambs. If you remember, we weaned them an episode or two ago and split them up and put them into their paddocks, but I mean, they were 2 paddocks apart, but there was obviously a hole in the fence that I didn't check. I did fix one, but obviously didn't fix the other one, or enough, and I don't know why. There's a couple of rams that crawled out and got back in with the ewe lambs, so I'm just taking them all home because I weaned the rest of the Dorset lambs now, so that they'll all get drafted up today, and rams obviously in ewes, and then put in their paddocks. Might actually put the rams on the canola starting to go to head, so we want to chew it off as quickly as we can. And the triticale that they've been on, we're going to probably let it go to head and then self-sow for next year. Just with the way the season's turning, we want to try and leave a bit of ground cover on our paddocks, so you know, less risk of blowing away and stuff like that. Hey Carly, come on here. That's where we're at this morning. You can see it's a green tinge, but it's definitely dry. It's a bit deceiving. Like we do need rain badly. I think September's a bit of a write-off. I don't think we're going to get much in September, but see, if we get rain, if we get summer rain, we're going to get really good growth, so only hope. But these AI lambs are looking good, especially the rams and the ewes, but the rams, as I said, have been on the triticale, and they put on some weight the past 3 or 4 weeks, which was really good to see. You can see that there's a few pilly bums in them, but that's what you get grazing cereals or green feed, and there's plenty of clover in there too. They'll be shorn in the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks, depending on shearer availability. I've got a bit of shearing for other people coming up as well, so, well, I've been, this is my first day back in a week on the farm, shearing and spreading, contracting. So Carly, no, come behind. Yes, Carly and Maggie on the job. Hey Mags, how you going today? I should have mentioned too, it probably seems like we've skipped a fair way ahead, which we have, because something happened to my hard drive and somehow it's been broken. Sent it in to get fixed and at least get all the videos and stuff off it, but it was that broken. Apparently it couldn't even do that. I don't know how it happened, or whether it was dropped or something, but not that I know of. So yeah, I think there's 2 videos that should have been before this one, but we took some lambs and ewes to Yass, and I actually took you to the sale yards. Yeah, which is frustrating now, but anyway, we'll have to do that one again. And what else have we been doing? I think you might have actually missed the weaning of the rest of the stud lambs. I think I videoed that too, so yeah, apologies about that, but unfortunately there's not much I can do about it now. I thought the hard drive was buggered, but at least we could still get the videos of it, but yeah, apparently it's properly buggered. My apologies. One thing I've definitely noticed too about weaning them in a feedlot like that, getting contact with them, you know, twice a day, when walking through them, they're just so much quieter and around you, like I mean, I realise they've been walking for a while now, but just a lot quieter. They're not trying to always get away from you. They realise that you're not actually trying to hurt them or annoy them. Yeah, that's definitely one thing I've noticed doing it, weaning it in a feedlot like that. It's good. Even this morning with the other lambs, like they come up to you and, "Here, Maggie." Sit. Maggie, steady. You can see the new fence we put up here, a bit more solid than the old one, if you remember. Put a few maxi posts, especially in this pen, every second one, so that makes it nice and solid. We've got gates that swing easy now. There's a bit of gap under here, we'll have to bring a bit of dirt down, but just because the yards are on a hill makes it hard. You can see how much it's washed away since grandfather put them in. Yeah, these fellas need to go on some good tucker. Got them all drafted up now. Bit of faffing about, we actually picked out a few rams and ewes to feed, just because it's always good to have them around the house here, and especially, you know, on ram sale day, we can show people what we're sort of trying to breed for, and then next year's upcoming rams sort of thing. And we were going to shear them this afternoon, so just going to let these out now. These are going on some canola down here, the ram lambs. So that'll be good for, they need some really good tucker, these fellas. The AI lambs will actually go back on the Triticale. Paddock's probably not big enough to hold all of these. Come on, lads. Here, Carly, come here. Hey, 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 hey. Back. Sort of got that look to it as if it was going to storm, doesn't it? But I don't think it's going to. I hope so, but gee, to be nice. But yeah, it looks a bit threatening over there, but it's probably just looks. Back. Come out of it, that'll do. That'll do. Dad's just gone down through the paddock, the canola's through the bush here, so he's just gone down to shut a gate down there. And they'll walk down there and get a nice surprise, hopefully. Not that they've been on bad feed, they've been on grain and pellets, but I think I'd rather canola. Get a drink, Cully. Good girl. Got to clean that trough out, but our bore pump has been playing up and it's in town getting fixed, and I had to order a new motor that was buggered for whatever reason. So haven't had a bore for about 3 or 4 weeks now, but it's getting fixed. Should be done this week, hopefully. And so we're sort of pumping water from a tank, so we're trying to use it a bit sparingly. So I don't really want to drain this until we get that fixed, and then I'll clean it out properly. Come out of it. So, as I said before, I picked some ram and ewe lambs off. Well, apart from that big fella at the back there, he's a rogue. He's not meant to be in there. He just crawled in with them. Picked some off to shear and feed a little bit and to have on show. It's always good to have a few sort of ram and ewe lambs on show when we have our annual sale, just so people can see what we're sort of looking for and breeding into next year. Some people like looking at. We've got a few of them in, and we've also been pretty slack on the show side of it the past few years. You know, if we do end up going to the local shows, you want to sort of be giving them a little bit extra for that too. Just going to shear them now. Maybe that was in one of the lost videos, but I actually weighed them again after we'd weaned them and saw what they did, and they'd sort of, on average, still gained but only about 40 grams a day. So, but yeah, I can tell just by looking at them, they've taken off since they've been on crop, which is, you'd hope that they would. Reasonably even bunch of rams. All these ones are AI rams, these ones, so they're a little bit older than the other ones. There's one fella, a cracking hindquarter on. They're not too bad, but there's one fella that really stood out. Can't see him, you can't really see him while he's in here, but yeah, geez, he was probably the pick of them, to be honest. Morning, lads and ladies. Got them all shorn there last night. We've rolled on into the next morning, give them a quick drench too, and then they can go into their paddocks with some salt feeders and with some pellets and some barley. They look all right, especially just out of the wool. They would have been a bit cold. It got, I think we nearly got a frost this morning. It got down to just on 0 degrees, I think. How about that? 28 degrees the start of the week, and then it's only meant to be 17 today, I think, and back up to 25 on the weekend. So today is Friday. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Hey? Sit. Wait. Good windscreen wipers. I'm back in the old Unbreakable today, or this week, because my ute did a gearbox or a clutch on the way back from town the other day. Well, I think it's I don't know whether it's a clutch or a gearbox, I haven't heard yet, but that was a bit annoying. But it's just about hit 300,000, so it's towing mowers and spreaders and stuff with the little Hilux wouldn't do it any good. So yeah, it was about time. It started going last week. I booked it in to get it looked at, and then typical, the day it was meant to go in, it breaks itself. So it's always the way, but I don't know how long that'll take to get fixed. Hopefully sometime next week. Back in the old Unbreakable. Hey mates, right, what we got to do, this silo's got barley and that one's got pellets, so we'll do a bit of a mix, and we'll start them off slowly pretty lightly with barley, and then slowly give them a bit more. But we use this thing to tip it in the feeder. This just goes on the forks, and then you can lift it up and tip it in the feeder that way. You've seen it plenty of times before. Here we go, nothing a bit of baling time won't fix. Well, I was going to mix a bit of barley in from that silo in here, but when we put the pellets in this silo, there was still barley and a little bit of barley in the bottom of it, and it's because we're getting low on that silo now, it's all starting to come through, so I won't actually worry about it. There's plenty enough barley in that mix there that I won't need to put any more in. I'll just have to keep an eye on them and make sure the feeder's not open too much, otherwise they'll have a gut. So they've been getting barley already, so that's their bellies are sort of adjusted to it, so it's not as big a concern. You two aren't concerned about much, are you? Must be the life. Eh? Must be the life. What? What? So the idea of these lick feeders is when you shut it down like this and only give them a little bit, is that they've really got to work hard for their food, and so they get tired after a little while from trying to keep licking all the time, and then they don't guts themselves, make a pig of themselves. So that's the idea of these lick feeders. If that makes any sense, just have to gauge it a bit. I'll put some in there and see how it looks. I'll just put a little bit in here for now. I'll give the other ones to the ewes, which are going to be in that paddock over there. Doesn't look too bad. I'll have to adjust it. I don't know if you can see that. There's 3 dogs that have just gone straight to that feeder to have a feed of pellets. Unbelievable. Back. Sit. Wait. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Just clean this water out. Good drink. Push them up. Come on, lads. Back. Back. Sit. Come on, lads. Sit. Who's hungry, lads? Maggie, sit. Carly, sit. No more satisfying sound. Maggie, sit. You wait. Maggie? Push 'em up. Back to your paddock, you rogues. Alrighty, so just I did speak about it in the last video, which was lost, but it's Friday morning today, and we've been doing a sort of a business coaching course, Farm Owners Academy. We've been doing a take control program, so we've just been doing that for a couple hours this morning. And Dad got a call, and that bore pump that I said was buggered has been fixed, so he's going to duck over to town to get that. This is the hole. This is obviously the hole that the pump goes down into, and I think the problem that we ran into was the water. There was water that would come in here and go down the hole. This was broken, and there was a crack in the hole, and then there was water going down there and probably going into the pump, and that's what buggered it, I think. So while we had the bore pump out, we Dad concreted this in, put a drum and some plastic around it to try and stop water getting in there. Hopefully that'll fix the problem. He's just off there now, so I'm just going to clean up this, make it look a bit more respectable. I just retaped all these fittings here because it was leaking a little bit, so I just did that and tightened all them up and made sure they were ready to go. So this bore's about I think it's something like 40 meters deep. Yeah, 40 meters feels like a lot when you're pulling it out of the ground. Dad and my younger brother got onto it, and we all pulled it out. So yeah, I'm sure it'll go in a lot easier than it came out. He's just going to pick it up. Obviously there's power that runs down there, so we've got to tape that back on. This is the bit of PVC that it actually sits in. The pump sits in when it's down there, and then it's got a bit of wire that runs all the way up to the top and connects to the pump, obviously, and then if something happens to the pipe connections or something and it lets go, then at least you don't lose the pump down there. Be an expensive loss. Just try and get it straight up if we can, so it doesn't scrape and shit off the sides. It looks expensive. Well, it looks like it's all working. We ran it for a bit there and seemed to pump out. The water was a good colour, and it seemed to pump out fairly well. So today anyway, guys, I just been moving some sheep. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look at this trough. It's good to have that bore pump up and running now. Feeds a couple of troughs and the toilet in the house too, so it'll be good to have that back up and going. And it never dried up during the last drought, so we might need it yet. So it must be pretty good hole down there. No, I hope you enjoyed that bit of variety again. No, I'll leave you with this sunny afternoon, and meant to warm up on the weekend, but still not calling for any rain, so we'll keep our hopes up. But anyway, we'll catch you next time. Alrighty, see ya, bye.